Hey there, Cancer. Welcome back to my channel. If you enjoy my readings, please be sure to like and subscribe, as well as leave me a comment and let me know if this reading resonates with you. Alright, so y'all just are gonna have to bear with me this week. I had a tooth pulled last week and I'm still recovering. So my jaw is a little bit swollen up and I'm a little bit irritable. But it's been a couple days and feeling a little bit better. So let's get your reading going. So the first thing you want to do is go ahead and, if you need to, pause the video, take a moment to think of your question. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and lay down some cards. Alright, and today we're going to do a Narcissistic Tarot reading as well. So give me just a second so that I can shuffle these boo-boos up. One jumped out of the cuckoo's nest. Never mind, that's from another deck. We've got Nirvana over here. In case that means anything to you. Jumped out. Doesn't belong, that's why it jumped out. Alrighty. So for your first narcissistic card and the answer to your question, we've got a water sign. So the answer to your question has something to do with a water sign, a woman or a girl, experience, and enjoyment. Alright, and this has a dolphin right on the front, just in case you didn't get a good look at that. Alright, and this has to do with boundaries. So it says you need to set your boundaries, Cancer. For anybody who's a narcissist in your life, they really do not like it when you set boundaries. You can pretty much just root them right out of your life by throwing down a couple boundaries. If you do have a narcissist that's crossing boundaries. So let's take a look here. So for your factors affecting the situation, we've got Earth sign reversed, which shows greed, envy, and materialism. Alright, and this is, there's actually a picture of a Taurus on here, but the Earth signs are Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn. So, for your narcissistic card that goes along with that, we've got the Addict. Substance abuse, narcissistic abuse. So, addiction is kind of a given when it comes to narcissism. I mean, if you find yourself in an addiction situation, it's probably going to turn you into a narcissist. So I said that a little bit backwards, but that's what I meant. It says transactional relationships. Rehab does not always help a narcissist overcome drug addiction. Self-righteous attitude. Poor emotional regulation. They use drugs to sometimes use the high to push through social anxiety. Instead of judging someone for who they are, they blame the drugs. Alright, and you know, sometimes it ends up putting them in a situation where they have a reward dopamine response system, and it can cause them to not be regulated. They might be staying in a state of denial or rationalization, rationalizing the situation. This sometimes can come across as like paranoia. It can even crop up as early as adolescence. And it does tend to fortify their grandiosity whenever they're using drugs to prop up their ego. Okay, so this card was made from a video that I watched from Dr. Ramani. So if this does indeed resonate with you, You can check out Addiction and Narcissists under Dr. Ramani's page, and she has a myriad of information about how to deal and how to cope with that type of situation. And I do want to just say that I am not a psychic and I am not a doctor. I just have experienced, narcissists in my day, and I kind of have a pretty good idea how to overcome that. And so that's why I have taken on this, type of reading, because it resonates with me. It's something I've had to deal with a lot in my life. And I hope that if anybody out there is dealing with this type of situation, that somebody's helping them. Because a lot of times you never know. You never know until the relationship's over. Even if it isn't a lover, it could just be a friend or family member. Alright, so for your recent past, we've got an air sign, and it's upright, and it says a new arrival, a new idea, or even a new start. Okay, and it's got a huge eagle on the front, and she's flying through the air. But it says that you might be dealing with, in your new beginning, an insidious, maladaptive narcissist. So the thing about this type of narcissist is you can't always tell that they're a narcissist. Sometimes it's really hard to tell. And it says right here that they have adaptive characteristics. And they're usually use their authority to take advantage of the situation. So maladaptive is characterized by exploitativeness, in other words, exploiting others, entitlement, and exhibitionism, being very open. One who saves the day, but they fail to tell everyone that they're the ones that caused the problem. All right, and let's be real. At some point in your childhood, we've all probably messed up something real good and, somehow fixed it before mom found out that we're the ones that destroyed it. But if you can't overcome that type of, you really should just tell the truth, because it's going to backfire on you. Sooner or later, it's going to come out that you caused the situation. Somebody's going to tell on you. So just be truthful. That's the best answer to any of these types of situations, okay? So for your factors affecting the situation, we've got dryness, and this card is desired results, safety, and a crowd. So you might be dealing with a lot of people. And let's take a quick look here. So the narcissistic card that goes with this one is desperation, manipulation, appeal to empathy. These are the type of things that they do. They try to appeal to your empathy. They roll down your I'm not sure what the heck that means. Roll down your window. I guess that's some kind of information that Anywho, it also says they appeal to the sympathy and empathy of others. All right, so desperation, manipulation. So it says on the back here that a client, like the lawyer's clients, will typically use this type of a tactic in order to force you to do something fast before you have the time to think about it. So this is like, well, right before, I can think of a lot of times that this has happened to me. All right, so even, not even lawyers, sometimes police officers will do this. Like, you'll be, for example, here's an example. My husband got arrested for a bunch of junk that he did when he was young, speeding tickets, and he had a warrant out. So they threw him in jail. And we already paid all these fines, But due to a hurricane, we lost the proof that we paid for it. So then he got a warrant out for his arrest, and he ended up going to jail for it. And we never had proof, because we lost everything during the hurricane, that we actually paid these fines. So we ended up paying them again. And then when they threw him in jail, they woke him up in the middle of the night, and they told him, if you sign this paper right now, we'll let you call your wife. So literally, he just signs it, doesn't even read it. And it was him signing away his rights to a judge. So this is kind of like some type of manipulative tactics, desperation manipulation. Be wary of this. If you ever find yourself half asleep making decisions, just say no. Just say no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to make any hasty decisions. No way. All right? And by the way, even though we've paid those fines twice, they're sending us a letter saying that we owe it again. And we have the receipts, and they're like, well, you're just going to have to get a lawyer. So anytime you get a ticket and you pay it, you make sure that you keep those receipts. Keep a copy in your car, keep a copy at the bank, keep a copy in your house, keep a copy at your mom's. Because seriously, I don't know what's wrong with the world. Let's go ahead and finish up this reading, though, now that I've gotten off my little rant about desperation manipulation. We've got a fire card for your final outcome. And it's got a fire-breathing dragon right on the front. It's pretty cool. I like it. And it says strength, unity, and loyalty. So we've got a narcissistic card here that goes along with this fire sign. So fire signs are Aries, fire signs Leo, and Sagittarius. All right, and so we've got low emotional response. It can be a high in narcissistic personality disorder. So fear, aggression, perfection, condescending behavior, self-hatred or self-criticism, lack of empathy, fragile self-esteem, this is from the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual. Self-esteem is externally controlled. They believe that the others expect others to know what they are thinking. Okay, so they focus their therapy on overcoming, and they're trying to overcome arrogance and other narcissistic traits. All right, so this is if you actually have someone that's trying to overcome it. A lot of people are in denial about it. They don't even want to consider the fact that they might be a narcissist. But I hate to break it to all of you, but we're all narcissists. If you think you're not a narcissist, then you should take a long look in the mirror, because we all have narcissistic tendencies. And sometimes it's really important to have narcissistic tendencies, because otherwise you will probably be taken advantage of by someone who's a narcissist. So let's take a couple manifestation cards and see if we can't get some positive jives out of this. Alright, so for your first manifestation card, it's going to go right here with this boundaries and this water sign. This is your answer to your question. Water sign, a woman or a girl, experience, enjoyment, and you may have to set up some boundaries with this person, okay? And you may even want to clear your chakras, and you can use quartz to clear your chakras. All right, and then for your addiction situation, we've got an earth sign, probably a Taurus, maybe a Virgo, or even a Capricorn. And it says theta delta sleep waves. All right, so you can actually use these. Did you hear that? My voice is changing. Theta delta sleep state is subconscious. Manifest your dreams. So when you're going to sleep, you're at a time when you can easily manipulate your own. You can re-brainwash yourself when you're in the theta delta sleep waves. That's why people tell you that if you're wanting to quit smoking, you put on those hypnotherapy tapes while you're just going to sleep. And then sooner or later, your subconscious mind will take over. You won't want a cigarette anymore because your brain has already been reprogrammed that you don't want it. All right? For your insidious, maladaptive narcissist who may be a new arrival in your life. This is in the past, though. Even though it says a new arrival or a new idea or a new start, this all happened in the past. So if you're still dealing with this maladaptive narcissist who is giving you these troubles, you might want to create new transitions with emotion. All right. So I hope this reading has resonated with you, and I hope that it indeed helped. Please leave me a comment and let me know, and also ring the bell if you want notifications. So please come back and see me, and good night.